Alright, so cam and crank, that's what I need to do now. Cam and crank. Is when you work in the field, this is what really sucks. Okay, you gotta deal with the weather, you gotta deal with a lot of things. Let me see if I can get, okay, with 4 of this I probably can do it without pulling nothing else. Okay, my crank and cam. Okay, the difficult about this, the cam is here and the crank is all over there. I don't want to deal with that thing. I don't want to go under the car. I just went to my schematic and my crankshaft is a gray and yellow and black and pink. That is gray and yellow. This is one. I see the gray and yellow here. Gray and yellow. That's my gray and yellow. I got something to seal this wire after I do this, and then pink and black, which is this guy here. Black and pink, that is that guy here. Okay, so I got those two. And my negative is the yellow and the pink is my positive. So, and my cam, dark blue and orange. Dark blue and orange. There's another color, brown and light green. Brown and light green. Brown and light green. Brown and light green is my, whoops. I don't put the, okay. I don't put the, okay, brown and light green. I'm gonna put this, the red one. Brown and light green. And the other one is dark blue and orange. That should be an easy one to find. Dark blue and orange. This dark blue. It's gotta be that guy. That is a dark blue. Yeah, dark blue and orange is that guy. Okay, so this here, this two here is my cam, this two here is my crank. Now, I gotta organize myself just in case it start raining, and I gotta pull all these tools, so I don't gonna do nothing else with this thing. I just gonna put it back. This thing, nothing I gonna do with that. And this. Okay, start raining, I gotta, you know, move here quick. And this don't close in here, but it's okay. What I got here, this I can put here. Now I'm gonna use this guy here. I'm working by myself, so I'm gonna need this guy. I pull this relay. Okay, that's my starter relay. I got this guy here, and hopefully this work before I start running with this thing. Hopefully this work. And it works. All right, so that is that tool there, so I can crank my car. Battery is dead, so I gotta put a jump start, and then I'm gonna need this over here for my oscilloscope. I don't want to get it dirty, so I want to put it here, and let's see, take this guy here. If I got cram signal and cam signal here, that computer is shot. This is what my direction here. It's mail burned too. So that's really my direction here. And I just feel raining, so I gotta make this quick. I already set my oscilloscope for testing cam and crank. Same signal for both of them. Select 10 volts, 50 milliseconds. I don't gonna need Yes, I do. Gonna need ground. Let's see. Yellow wire. And mic. Alright, I thought that was rain. That noise. Oh, don't start with that now. We don't need that now. You know what? I gotta stop this, guys. It's gonna start raining. I don't gonna wet my tools here. I get back to you in this. Zoom this one in. Okay. Okay, let me see now here. I'm gonna save this file. Notice. Try this guy here. Okay, going back to you guys and this thing, I forgot I don't got the camera recording, so I gotta do this again. Now I got this guy here to crank my car. I'm working by myself here. I gotta be in my work at 1. I don't even know the time that is right now. I got my Genius Boost heavy duty to crank the engine. The battery shot is going, but what I want to show you here, I got the ignition on, so I got my battery voltage right now is 9.5 with the booster on. Let me put the booster on. Okay, now I got the booster on, so I got 11 volts here, and this here is my control wire from the, I put it in different, but it's the next one to the other side. This is supposed to be my control wire from the computer. So as you can see here, I'm gonna crank the engine, and I don't got no control at all there. It's supposed to be blinking ground. I'm gonna change polarity so you can see. You see, I don't got no signal now because I got it in the positive of the battery. I should have control here and this wire here, and I don't got 0. As you can see there, I don't got nothing there. Alright guys, 2005 Ford Escape. This here, you gotta take it to the dealer, the computer programming. You cannot buy an aftermarket computer and try to flash it. It will not work. I tried that already in a 2004. It doesn't work. So basically what you're looking here is a bad computer, and you got cam and crank signal. I got cam and crank signal. I don't like the waveform. They look like copycat, which is not good either. I don't know if the computer is creating that or something related with timing. Either or is computer or timing related, and this car, it will not start. So I get you back with the story on this thing. The people are following my channel, and let you know. Other thing I want to say is and another Ford Explorer that my friend gets stuck in Philly. I'm gonna upload the video that we got that running, and you're gonna see the story about that and how we did it. So get you back in that too, and thank you for watching, guys. Okay guys, I'm back here again working with this 2005 Ford Escape with a 6-cylinder engine. We don't got no control in the coils or injectors. Yesterday I did a test, cam and crank, I got signal. I tried to open the ECM, I can. Now I bring my heat gun so I can open that, something loose inside that computer. But I'm gonna show you inside here. Inside here, this is my Maxi 6 905, and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna get automatic selection. Another thing, you can see that anti-theft flashing there. Okay, as you can see, they are flashing. So when I put the key on, it's still flashing. Stop flashing. That means it's seeing the key. Okay, so I already scanned this car, and I don't have how do you call them? I do not have anti-theft codes. Okay. Other thing unique by Ford is when you crank the engine, check the check engine light there. When you crank the engine and the check engine comes on and then goes off, that means it's seeing the crank signal. And then I'm gonna press OK here, and to verify that, to see if that is a case, I mean if that is true of the check engine light, I'm gonna demonstrate it here with this scanner. And then after that, I'm gonna go and pull the computer out and try to open it, because I believe this computer, it got a funny smell, and also something is loose inside. So I'm gonna go to diagnostics, and in diagnostics I'm gonna go to control unit. I'm gonna go to my PCM, and I'm gonna go to my live data. Hope the glare is not creating problems here. This car stopped running. She says something was smoking in the engine. She pointed that direction. I don't find nothing burned, but I'm gonna go over here and try to find engine RPMs. Engine rules, that's it. There we go. Engine RPMs per minute. Okay. Let me show that. Okay. So that's my guy here. I'm gonna put it here, and let me see if you guys can see that. Alright, you see that moving there? That means that unique thing by Ford, that check engine light goes off when you're cranking the engine. That means it's seeing the RPMs. And PIP also working there. And let me see, crankshaft position. Why this cam and crankshaft position say no? Okay, this is the situation here. Those two guys got signal. Okay, I test that with my oscilloscope yesterday, and he's saying no. So that's why I believe we got a bad computer here. So bear with me here. I'm gonna take the computer out and go from there, guys. Okay. Always that you take a computer, this smell, I mean, computer, they when they burn, they got a smell they can stick in your nose for, you know, for days. Another thing, you should not hear nothing loose in the computer. So now I got my heater gun, and I'm gonna try to open this guy, see what we got in here, be 100% sure what is going on here. So I need some electricity, and I think this lady here is sleeping right now. It's close to 10 a.m. Tried to open this yesterday, but can't. You got my thinking of what kind of sealant they use for this computer is the same one they use for the windshields. It's made by 3M's, and it costs like $30 a tube, just for one tube. So let's see if I can get some outlet here somewhere so I can hit this thing and try to open it. I'm gonna need this guy. I get back to you when I start opening this thing. Okay, guys? Okay, guys, let me wrap this thing, and I pull the computer out. I use my heat gun. It's over there cooling off. My heat gun is cooling off there. The reason I want to take this computer out, and I show you before, the unique thing about Ford with the check engine light going off after you cranking the engine, that means it's seeing the crank sensor. And the reason why this SUV, however you want to call it, is a Ford Escape 2005, is because of this, guys. Take a look of that computer there, totally burned. Okay, so you see in my scanner and the Maxi 6905, I got the RPMs, and you see it's seeing RPM. So that thing unique by Ford is still working in 2005. And the reason why this car doesn't start, you don't got no coil control, you don't got no fuel injection control, and you see in the data that I put the PIP is changing to high to low, but and the crank and cam is saying no. Okay, you don't say yes in the data pits. And see, this was another thing that is shaking is under this. I'm gonna take that off. It's obvious that the problem in this car is the computer is burned out. The reason why, that's gotta be find out further diagnostic require. And computer don't burn by themselves. Something is bad in this engine. History about this car, customers say they got the check engine light on and they never check it, so probably something very bad in this car. So it's gotta be checked, the wire integrity, and probably do a pin-out voltage to make sure when they change this computer they don't got the same problem. And basically I cannot do this work. I tried to flash a 2004 Ford Explorer before, it don't let me do it. So I believe this is gonna be the same situation. So nothing. Thank you for watching, guys. We finally know what is the problem in this car and go from there. Thank you, guys.